Project Level Up has seriously been stressing me out over the past month, and I'm not really sure why, because I've only had one shade to work on, which is a pretty big luxury when it comes to this project. A lot of it is very overwhelming, especially for me because I am working on so many eyeshadows right now. But I'm very happy to say I have indeed hit my level 1 goal. We recently did level 5 and then went back down to level 1. We have completed it, and today I will be moving on to level 2, and I have a very interesting palette rolling in for level 2. If you're new to this project on my channel, I do hand choose these palettes just because it's a lot easier for me. Like I said, I'm working on a lot of eyeshadow, so to have a randomized palette come in, if I don't really like it, I'm gonna lose motivation, and I don't want that. I want to get amazing progress for you guys every single month, and today I have that amazing update. But just before we do jump into the video, if you have not already, like and subscribe. I upload every single day. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it, baby. I love project panning and bright, fun, colorful makeup. This Get Ready With Me will be coming live quite soon. I do a whole rant about drugstore makeup and how goddamn expensive it is right now. So definitely stick around for that in a few days. But with that being said, let's jump into the updates. So this project pan was created by Sophie Alexandra here on YouTube, and she is a project panner. And the aim of this project is to get a palette, and depending on what level you're on, you use that palette that level amount of times and you hit that level amount of pans. So if you're on level 1, you use every single shade one time and hit 1 pan. If you're on level 2, you hit 2 pans, use every shade 2 times, and it goes all the way up to level 5, where you have the option to drop back down to level 1, just because 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that's a lot. That's a lot. I am not hitting 10 pans in one palette. Absolutely not. So over the past few months, I have been working on my NYX Ultimate Jean Baby palette. It is the palette that I'm wearing for one last time today. I say that as if it's going into the abyss and never going to be seen again. But I'm saying that because I have hit my goal today while I was doing this makeup look, which is so exciting. So this is what the palette looked like last month. I have been working on this for 2 months, and last month I had got my 1 use on every single one of the shades, which I was very, very excited about. Last update I went through all the looks that I had done to achieve that, but I had not hit a pan, which was why this palette was rolling into a 2nd month. My goal was to hit pan on the very, very first shade. I thought it'd be a really nice shade to use as an inner corner and as a highlighter, and this is what the palette is looking like today. I'm really hoping that you can see I do indeed have a pan in that first shade. I will put a proper picture that I took on my phone a little bit later on because it might be a little bit hard to see. It always is when shades are very, very pale, because obviously the pan is pale as well. So sometimes differentiating it is a little bit difficult. But like I said, I hit pan on this today and I'm so excited. This is the picture that I just took. You can definitely see the pan in this picture. I'm so excited. I have this shade all on my cut crease today and on my inner corner, and as a face highlighter as well. I've been going in hard on this, and I had to use this an additional 10 times for a total of 19 uses to hit pan, which I think is quite a lot of uses for a very kind of moldable shimmer shade. I don't know, 19 uses is a lot. Now, I was really stressing about this palette because it got to kind of halfway through last month and I realized I had not used this at all, and I've been getting in that rut recently. I'm not too sure why. I keep forgetting about projects, and then like a few weeks before that update I start freaking out because suddenly it's like cutting it a little bit too close for comfort. But as I said, I managed to hit pan on it. The stress has gone. I'm very, very happy about that. As I said, I am very overwhelmed with eyeshadow, so I am very, very nervous to be going up to level 2. But just before we do, I want to talk about this beautiful palette. It of course will be linked down below, as well as everything that I'm wearing, as well as everything that I talk about. I really love this palette. This was a palette that was gifted to me for my birthday in September. It is the perfect palette for me, and it was one of my Pan That Palette contenders for the year. I love looks like this, the neutral and the blue. It is absolutely stunning. This is my comfort zone. This is OG Caitlin. I've not done a blue and neutral look for what seems like forever. I am in my element right now. And this palette is just so beautiful, so good quality. I'm pretty sure it is still available. So if you were looking for a blue neutral palette with some duochromes, this is the one. It's like £14, which, I mean, I've just gone on a whole rant on my Get Ready With Me about high-end prices at the drugstore, but we will move on. So like I said, I like to hand choose the palettes in this project. I got it down to 3 palettes that I wanted to use for this project. So the first choice was the She Glam Chromosome palette because it's got very, very shallow pans. However, I decided not to do that because it has recently just rolled out of a project pan. My second choice was the Natasha Denona Mini Star palette. However, that does have very similar shades to my Pan That palette right now, so I don't want to double dip. So I decided, and this is a little bit controversial because I have done a review on this palette and it's not my favorite palette by any means. I'm not a lover of this palette. It's the Natasha Denona Mini Triochrome palette. This is going to be my Project Level Up Level 2 eyeshadow palette. So like I said, I love blue eyeshadow, so this should be a dream palette for me. However, I have done a review. I'll leave it linked up in the cards if you are interested. I did a really beautiful look with it. However, the quality of this palette just isn't there, and I want to use this next month to really get to know it. I don't think I've used this at all since my review, which was quite a long time ago. I think it was last year now, and that's really sad to me. I want to be able to use it. I want to be able to get a really good understanding of it because, of course, first impressions are all well and good, but you don't know a palette until you really get to use it. So I'm hoping that this project pan will let me do that. So of course this is level 2, which means I have to use every single shade 2 times and also hit 2 pans. So my first thoughts are I will probably hit pan in this light shimmer shade because it's just a really nice inner corner shade. It does look a little bit blue in the pan, but on the eyes, it just kind of looks a little bit silver. So I don't think it'll be too hard to hit pan on. Just keep on using it as an inner corner. I think I should be okay. And then my second guess is maybe this dark blue because I might be using this as like a winged liner. I'm doing a lot of neutral looks with my Pan That palette, so maybe a pop of blue is like a wing or like an accent in some way. It could be really, really fun to do. So maybe it's going to be this one, but I'm not sure. Those are my thoughts as of right now. Which shades would you hit pan on from this palette? I know blues are not for everyone at all, but I'm really intrigued. I really want to get to know this palette. Like I said, I just feel like it's just been in my drawer chilling. It's one of those palettes that I just can't declutter. So I'm really hoping that this project pan will let me have a little bit more of an understanding for it. Maybe at the end of this project, I will be able to say if I want to keep it, if I want to declutter it, which would be amazing because right now I have no idea. I'm just in limbo and I don't know what to do with it. Do you think I'm making a big mistake with this palette? I obviously don't like it too much. This could be a big mistake. I'm hoping that my bravery pays off with this. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know down below. It does have a very similar color story. Obviously no neutrals, but these bottom rows, quite similar. So I think I'm going to be okay. So I know this was a little bit more of a short update today, but I mean, I only had one shade to update you on with this NYX palette. So not really much to talk about today. Obviously, rolling in a new palette, which is so exciting. How long do you think it will take me to hit those 2 pans? Let me know down below. Are you doing this project pan as well? If you are, how are you doing? Have you managed to level up this month? If you have, that is amazing. And if not, keep going. You will get there very, very soon. But this is where I'm gonna love you and leave you today, guys. I hope you did enjoy. Like and subscribe to keep on track with this project pan, as well as all the other project pans that I'm doing on my channel. I'm doing a hell of a lot. So if you like panning, this is the place for you. I'm also dabbling in reviews and get ready with me's, things like that. So there's a lot of fun content coming your way. And hopefully I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye bye.